I'm fully in on the hype train for Dune. Dune 2021, which we'll call it, is going to encompass the first half of the 1965 novel, which, if you haven't been able to get your hands on, I would suggest speed reading through before this movie. I'm one to read books before watching the movies, but there are people out there, weird people, uh, that like to do the opposite. That said, I think this is a must see movie. Um, One, this was originally supposed to come out December 2020. It was pushed back due to the pandemic, and I am glad that it was pushed back because I was able to read the novel. I don't get a whole lot of time uh, with with the kid and work and everything else, so or at least quiet time. There's always like TikTok in one ear and then a tablet in the other. It's hard to read without noise canceling headphones. But regardless, so this is supposed to encompass what, like roughly the first half of the book. Um, so this is something that gonna be in IMAX theaters. I'm not one to go to the theaters. I'm definitely not one to get a babysitter to go to the theaters. Yeah, this is one that I could watch on HBO Max, and it's great that that's available. But I'm gonna try to do my best to be able to see it in theaters. I think with the big screen, it's really gonna make a difference. This movie looks incredible. The cinematics just look next level. Um, Partially, I think they're actually using on site a little bit, but regardless, technology's come a long way from 1980, 84, 85 when the first movie came out. And no offense to that one, it's got a lot more options here with technology, right? Um, so I feel like this movie's got a low chance of bombing. Um, if you just look through this trailer or the cast listing, really phenomenal casting here. I think Timothy Chalamet is it's going to be one of the best actors probably for a while. I think he's an excellent choice for Paul. Um, Younger version compared to, or at least he looks younger compared to the 1984 version. Which, when you think of the book, he is a teenager, so it makes sense. Uh, the Bene Gesserit's casting of Lady Jessica is a good one. I think I'm enticed by Oscar Isaac. I think he's a really good actor. Really excited about his Moon Knight and his other movies coming up. Got some, I think, smaller roles with I mean, important roles, but smaller in size, most likely with Josh Brolin. Um, but I think that's gonna be interesting. Um, Interesting to. I don't know if we're gonna hear any singing, but that'll be interesting to hear some of that. So, as you can see, that's the only character that was gender swapped from the novel, which I don't think is going to make a huge difference. That it didn't come into play in the novel per se. So I mean, um, it's the doctor, the imperial ecologist. So I think that's going to be I think it's actually going to be a good move. And I'm normally not one to go away from the original novels too much uh, with a whole lot of items, but um, the bad guys in this movie look intriguing as well. Um, I'm interested to see Polka Dot Man. His move, he's just fun to watch. Really fun to watch. Um, so I mean, I'm really excited about this casting. You got Hans Zimmer on the score. I've already listened to that a few times. Well worth the listen. Um, he just gives it. He gives you something that just rings true. As soon as you hear the first like notes of this soundtrack, you're like, yeah, that's Hans. He's doing what he's trying to do. Uh, The concept of this movie is pretty interesting, or the novel, I guess, with two huge resources in both water and spice. Um, I mean, obviously water because they are on a desert planet. Uh, Not a whole lot there. It's gonna be interesting to see the usage of water, and it's a weird concept to talk about water. It's very boring in general. Well, I mean, some people like it. Mostly people that actually work in water, but um, the Fremen use water, or they use water from, or take water from the dead. So that's gonna be an interesting concept. I don't know if we'll see any of that. Maybe. I honestly I don't even know what this is rated, to be honest. I assume PG-13, but um, it's just gonna be interesting to see the concept between all the different stages. It's gonna be hard to just see the first movie. That's partially why I'm hoping it doesn't bomb. We have a TV show prequel of Lady Jessica, um, and then Jesuret's. But that's gonna be I think a good show. The sequel has already been written right now. I believe they said that. I mean, that's gonna be the second half of the book, right? Um, I believe, and I'm trying to recall here, so bear with me. I believe Zendaya is gonna be the main character in the second movie, Johnny. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. It's gonna be a different perspective, I guess, with how that rolls out. So I'm interested to see where the cliffhanger is in this movie. Sandworms look great. You can see inspiration that different movies took from Dune in general. Um, Star Wars, especially the Mandalorian series. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of inspiration there. The Great Dragon um, looks very similar in aspect um, to the character of the sandworm. How it interacts with the sand. I think they play together pretty well. Um, so it's just kind of fun to see the similarities there. How much inspiration was taken from this novel from 1965. It'd be interesting. I haven't seen it, but it'd be interesting to see where George Lucas, or if George Lucas took any direct inspiration on it or not. Here we go. Do you love Joe Blow movie trailers? No, no. But anyway, I'm hoping there's gonna be more than the one sequel. I feel like this has the opportunity to open up kind of a universe per se. There's a lot of characters developed in this novel that, uh, and again, normally I'm against maybe prequels. Maybe I'm against like a standalone series to explain more of a character, but this is one I could probably back just to get some more feel for some of these characters. As not all of these characters will survive the end of this. Just maybe interesting to see the build up for some of these characters, or um, just the way there's many different guilds, or however you want to call it, houses, I guess, in this framework. It'll be kind of interesting to see where this goes. I mean, the Dune novels. I mean, there are quite a bit. I think there's seven from um, basically the original seven, and then his son wrote, I don't know, 12 others or something like that. So I mean, there's a lot to play in, whether you take it directly from the novels or if you build it off yourself. But from there, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you've watched it already, no spoilers in the comments. If you've read the novel, does it still play well with you? Then any news about sequels, etc. So Again, let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll catch you in the next one.